September, Monday. You walk through the hallway on the first day of school, wearing a beige sweater and jeans. You chat with your friends and you laugh with them, but they eventually go to their first period classes, leaving you alone. You continue looking for your class, but you got lost. That's when you murmur your first word to me. Hello, do you know where room 153 is? There are still some people left in the hallway, and out of those people, you decided to ask me. Though most people who remain are the druggies who skip class. It's like a tradition now, Holly. These people finish middle school and decide to start doing drugs and waste their life. You don't have to worry because I'm not one of them, and I never will be one of them. You have a pleading look in your eyes that I can't say no to, but I would have helped you anyways. Sure, I'm heading there anyways. Thanks. And are you reading Dune? Shoot. Holding an 800-page sci-fi novel isn't going to get you girls. It's pretty good so far, right? Yeah, it has been very good. So you're a reader too. It makes you a lot more attractive. So that asks more about you. What do you like to do? Heard you were good at volleyball. Truth is, I don't actually like it that much. I have other interests. It's okay if you don't want to share it now, but I will support you in whatever your interests are. The class is there on the left. And be careful around Mr. Huff, he'll probably check you out. Thanks for getting me here. I'm Holly and you are? Did you just ask for my name? Your inquisitive blue eyes locked onto mine, so big and blue that it's like looking at the ocean. I didn't hesitate for a second and gave you my name. Greg. I'll see you around, Greg. You smiled, laughed at my jokes, gave me your name and asked for mine. I did give up on you a couple years back, but you're more appealing now. At this time, I'm ready. But right now, I better get to my class before I'm late. I sat down in the chair next to Riley, who's not weird anymore. And he's even kind of popular now too. She was definitely into you, Greg. She was just being nice. You should try to get her again. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe Riley's right. Maybe I should try to get you again, Holly. Because this time, nothing will stand in my way of you. The rest of the day went like how the first day of school should go, with teachers introducing themselves and telling us about their classroom rules. I remember a couple years ago when Roderick told me that he got a 10-page essay assigned on the first day, when in reality we didn't even do any work. Despite the first day going smoothly, you were on my mind all day, and I was getting impatient. After school ended, I went outside and waited to see which bus you get on. Too bad I can't come with you though, because I have no way of disguising myself, and I have no idea where your bus would take you. It wasn't long before you came out. You, with your bright smile and shimmering blonde hair, which gives you an aura of gold in the afternoon. I almost got too distracted, but luckily I caught you going into your bus and noted down the bus number. Tomorrow I'll be ready to pay you a visit and find out more about you. When I was walking home, I saw a couple holding hands. It's pretty common to see now, but I could never stand it. I didn't understand why I couldn't be in a relationship and why I had to be lonely. Eventually, I understood that I was the problem. Some skinny and lazy kid nobody wants. So during summer, I improved myself to be someone better. I played less video games. I started reading. I even started using the bench press my dad bought me 3 years ago. But now, I know that all I have done for you. My house has been quiet lately. Roderick's moved out. Dad started drinking and is never at the house anymore. Manny's always at his friend's house. Mom doesn't do much and she doesn't care what me and Manny do anymore. When I got home, I ran straight into my room and turned on my laptop. I searched up your name and it turns out that it was a glorious place to start. You had every account set to public. You want to be seen, heard, known. So of course, I obliged. You post mostly about volleyball and hanging out with your friends, but most of these are moments you will forget in the future. One of your recent posts were about volleyball practice, though I remember you telling me you didn't actually like volleyball that much. After a bit more scrolling, I realized that your online life isn't real. It's just a collage of how you want people to see you as the hot, popular girl who plays volleyball. This means that our conversation was real because you showed me a piece of who you really are. I went on the school website to check the bus routes, and your bus doesn't go too far from my house, so I can still get back to my house. Tuesday, as I left for school, I grabbed one of my hats so that I wouldn't be noticed if I went on your bus. I can't risk anything. And if you caught me going on your bus, I'd seem like I was desperate for you and you'd lose interest in me. The school day went pretty smoothly again. And when school ended, I put on my hat and I went towards your bus. Everything was going fine until the bus driver said this. Is this your boss? I guess I overreacted a little, but when I heard you coming, I decided to lock in. On the website, it said you can take any bus you want. Alright, I forgot about that. Sorry. On the bus, I made sure to sit near the front, but not too far to the front to seem less suspicious. Finally, you and some of your friends get on the bus. I recognize one of your friends who is Abigail. Why are you hanging out with her? She's nothing but trouble, but I suppose she's probably a bit different now. Well, if she isn't, I won't let her stand in the way of us. The rest of the bus ride went pretty smoothly. Nobody noticed me, and when you got off, I made sure to go in front of you so I didn't look suspicious. Once we got off, I pretended to go the other way, but started following you from a distance. Eventually, you went into your house, which was a small one-story building. I remember that you had two other siblings, and I don't see how such a small house could fit in a family of five. I saw that there was a forest in the back of the houses on your side of the street. So I went in the forest and made my way behind your house. There you were in your room with a big window that I could see you through. You're sitting at your desk writing in a notebook, and we haven't gotten any homework yet, so I'm assuming that you're doing this for personal reasons. So you're not just an athletic girl, huh? Is there more to you? Let's find out. Wednesday. Here's what I learned about you after day one. You live alone with your mom, so I think your parents are divorced and your dad moved away with your siblings. After you get home and write for maybe 10 minutes, you bike to the nearest Walmart where you work till 7 when you get back home to eat dinner. Once you went to work after school today, I lockpicked the back door of your house and I went into your room. Your mom works till 6, so I'm safe for a couple hours at least. When I got in your room, I could smell you, a mix of soft vanilla and something floral, maybe lavender. It's noticeable but not overwhelming. It's so sweet. So you. I looked around for your laptop, which you use for school and to keep some personal stuff, I hope. After looking around for it, I finally found it, but it was password protected. I didn't necessarily see this as a bad thing, because you lack your privacy, and it makes finding out more about you a lot more exciting. But I do have to think of a plan to get your password. Right when I was about to leave a room, I heard the door open. Flip. I don't know if it's you or your mom, but I didn't want to take any chances, so I went under your bed. You came into your room talking to someone on the phone, and you sound a bit distressed. No, mom, I just feel so useless. After hearing you talk to your mom, I found out that you guys are struggling financially, which wasn't much of a surprise, and you wanted to help by getting a job, though it didn't help that much. Then, when you hung up the phone, you sat down on your chair and you started to cry. You were quiet, like you were embarrassed, but I think it's okay to cry sometimes, Holly. And if I could, I would climb out from under your bed and comfort you. Then your phone rang again, and this time it was your friends. We have to go to the mall, Holly. There's some event at Sephora. Sorry, guys, but I just had the worst day. Eventually, your friends convinced you by saying that they'll pay for dinner at the mall, and in a couple minutes, their car pulled up. After you left, I looked around your room again, and I found the notebook you were writing in. It was filled with insightful poems about you, like how you have to juggle many things in your life and how you work very hard to do so. There are also very compelling stories that I never thought a high schooler could ever write. You're hardworking and talented, but if you don't have any help, you won't be able to become who you want to be. That's why I will help you. I didn't want to waste too much time, so I left after reading a bit. Before I left, I took a souvenir with me. Let's just say that you might notice one of your clothes missing, specifically your underwear. Luckily, this mall wasn't too far away, and once I got there, you and your friends were at a restaurant. Though I must admit that whoever said they'll pay for this must have a lot of money. I sat down at a nearby table and I made out you and your friends who you were with. I couldn't identify all of them, but they were pretty easy to find after looking around on your Insta. So you were with Abigail, Bailey Anthony, and Becky Anton. These were all girls I used to have crushes on, except for Abigail, of course, even though they're also very pretty. You are the most eye-catching to me. I listened in and it turns out that they want to help your financial situation, but mainly Abigail because somehow she's rich now. They also told you that you should go to Bryce Anderson's party this coming Saturday because Bryce is basically the Jay Gatsby of our school and throws parties on most weekends where unsupervised teenagers do whatever the flip they want. Personally, I'm against the idea of partying. You seem to be at first, but you didn't have anything planned that night, so your friends convinced you. Come on, Holly, you only work during the day, right? Yeah, you gotta live life a little. Most of your friends don't seem that smart, and I don't remember why I ever had a crush on them. I guess I was different before what happened during summer. When you and your friends are leaving, Abigail and you walked behind the others and she started talking to you. Let us help you, Holly. You don't have to keep trying to do everything by yourself. No, it's really okay. This is one of the reasons I like you, Holly. You're independent, but sometimes you don't know what's best for you. That's why I want to help you, to guide you towards what you really want. You're ambitious and want to be a writer or a poet, and I know because you wrote about it in your notebook. But it's not going to be easy for you to become one mainly because you can only write for a couple minutes a day. I can help you get more time to write, and I can even help you write. Before you get in the car with your friends, you look down, you seem tired, burnt out. I want to be there for you, I really do, but I can't take action now. I still need to know more about you, see more of who you really are. When I got home, I was met with Dad. Why the flip have you been? Where have you been for your family, you drunk piece of crap? I honestly don't know what his problem is or why he even cares because he's always at a bar or something. If he could, he'd probably be drinking beer every second of the day, but he's still gotta go to work. Though I don't know how he still has a job when he shows up with an obvious hangover. After 15 minutes, he finally stopped and decided that it was probably better to be drinking right now than yell at his son. I guess I should be glad he didn't hit me, but I'm not really glad for anything, except for you, Holly. So I guess I will go to Bryce Anderson's party on Saturday. I will protect you and make sure nobody tries anything on you during the party, and I'll make sure you're safe. I laid on my bed thinking about how I could get you, but my mind went blank. I thought back to my first encounter, how it was a miracle that I didn't stutter, but I don't know how I could do it again. My looks aren't even bad, but I don't necessarily stand out like you do. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I've gone a little too far. Stalking a 14-year-old? No, I can. What are you doing, Greg? Roderick, what? How are you going to a party for a girl? What? No, I just want to make sure she's safe. Sure. Wait, but how are you? Gotta go. Roderick, no! He was never there. I only imagined him. I better get some sleep. Thursday, I woke up, took a shower and ate my breakfast. Roderick hadn't actually come back. Before I went to school, I went to the basement to make sure, but his room was empty. That's right, he's still at college. I was just tired last night. I even called him before I left just to make sure I really was imagining him. Hey, how's college been for you? Pretty good, honestly. Better than high school. Even though Roderick wasn't really there, I still thought about what he said when I was walking to school. Yes, I do really want to protect you and make your life better for you. But I'll admit, maybe I've gone a little too far in the past few days. But it's not like I was doing anything wrong. I just wanted to know more about you. When I got to school, I saw you get off the bus with your hair up today, and you walked to your locker. On most days, you get to your locker at 8:38 a.m. to get ready for your classes. For the first period, you have math. Second period, you have science. Third, Spanish. Fourth, English, your favorite class. And fifth, culinary arts. I'm sorry I can't do much for you now, Holly, but in the future, I'll be by your side when you need me. Saturday, I haven't been looking forward to the party too much, but I do want to maybe find out about how your weekends are. I left my house early to see what you'll do, because I didn't have anything planned today anyways. At 10, you go to Walmart to work till 3 because you have volleyball practice at that time. Seeing you today, I realized I was delusional to think that I was doing the wrong thing, because watching you just feels right. Your enlightening smile, brilliant eyes, and just you. The day went by pretty quickly, and after eating dinner at your house, you went to your room to try out different outfits you might wear to the party. You were very indecisive for a while, because you don't know how your friends might dress, and you don't want to stand out. But honestly, you look perfect in a potato sack. Eventually, you settled with what you regularly wear, and at 8, your friends picked you up and went to Bryce's house. When I arrived, I had to admit that Bryce's house looked pretty impressive. And when I went in, he even had a DJ. The only bad thing about this party was that it was a party, which means drugs, alcohol, couches ending up on roofs, and basically teenagers doing dumb stuff. Immediately I knew that these weren't my type of people. I saw some dudes snorting cocaine, and Fregley was with them. Oh yeah guys, wicked. I've seen him eat grass fertilizer, but I never thought he'd actually be doing drugs. Everyone else was either drinking and dancing, drinking and playing party games, or just talking, or doing stuff in rooms, you know what I mean. Pretty easy to spot among a group of girls you were dancing with. I didn't see how I could approach you alone, So I just stood there around and listened when you guys started talking. Most of the time, you and your friends talked about makeup and stuff, but the conversation veered towards boys. Is there any boys you like, Holly? No, I don't really want to date anyone yet. Any normal guy hearing this would be pretty disappointed. But me? I'm not disappointed. Actually, I am disappointed. But you'll see that you'll need me. You don't have to carry all that weight on your shoulders because I'll help you carry it. I guess I can kind of see what you mean. You don't think that you deserve someone because you want to fix your problems alone, because you think that you're responsible for your problems. I know because I've been there before. Come on, Greg. What happened over the summer wasn't your fault. You gotta let it go. Why are you here? I'm just hoping you get that girl. Not see how my hallucination could help me get you. But he didn't make me realize that I know your problem because I also have your problem. But unlike you, I can't really fix it. The rest of the party went by pretty normally, with a guy dropping a coke-filled condom from the second floor and some other idiot who glued a couch to the ceiling. I did feel pretty awkward just standing around, but everyone else was either drunk or high, so nobody really paid me any attention. I'm sorry, Holly, but I've had enough of this. I couldn't really do anything here, so I'll leave now. That guy's trying to go up to your girl, bro. What? Who? That one short Indian kid. Shrag Gupta, the guy who got a glow up, even though all he did was get edger and grew 2 inches. But apparently he makes girls fall for him easily now because he's a light skin. I'm not worried too much though, because you said that you're not looking to date anyone, and he's also at least 2 inches shorter than you, so there's that. How you doing, Ollie? I'm good, how have you been? You know him, but luckily you didn't sound too enthusiastic to see him. I got kind of worried, but you didn't seem that interested in him while you guys were talking. But I feel like I should probably go do something though, just in case. So I picked up a cup of beer which were everywhere. And I was gonna accidentally bump into him and spill my drink on him. We have to go clean his shirt afterwards because he probably doesn't want to talk to Holly about being soaked. What if she sees you, Greg? She'll see you as some clumsy drunk guy. I guess Roderick does have a point, but I don't think you should be talking to him, Holly. I'm pretty sure that he does drugs and has no future. I want you to have a future, and I'll help you achieve your dream. Faithfully, your friends pulled you away. Looks like you guys are leaving. Obviously, I need to make sure that you can get home safely, so I went out the side door unnoticed. There you are, talking with your friends and you're trying to comfort one of them, who I'm pretty sure got broke up with their boyfriend. He always tries too hard to make everything right, Holly. It's as if you alone have to solve everything, even your friends' troubles. Eventually, your friends got picked up and you were left there alone. Your smile fades once they leave, and I can see who you really are. You always want to look put together and organized, but that's not who you are. I can be the person you can open up to. I can be the one for you. He's out texting someone, but you're standing pretty close to the street, Holly. Maybe you should back up. It's really late now, and dark too. And I don't want you to accidentally wander onto the street and get hit by a bunch of drunk teenagers. Step around nervously, maybe waiting for a taxi or something. I want you to get home safely, so I'll wait here with you. There's a car going down the road, the blinding light illuminating you, making you look like an angel. I could have stared at you forever, but fortunately I noticed your foot tripping on the curb and you leaned onto the street, into the direction of the oncoming car. Let's just say I was in the right place at the right time. If I hadn't been, well, I don't even want to imagine. As I hoist you up, I can feel you shaking in my arms, teeth chattering, and taking quick and shaky breaths. As you stand, you look around as if you're looking for a place to sit and catch your breath, but there's no place to sit and you just look at me. Thank you. Yeah, no problem. You look back at the car, then at the street. You're trying to make a decision. I can tell because your eyes dart to the side, almost like you're trying to find an answer.